Hello, everyone. Wait for a few more people to pop in here. If you pop in, hit the like. Let me see that thumb light up, or hit hearts, or say hello, and we'll go from there. Oh, there's some hearts coming in. Say hi if you're joining us. Hey, Darlene, how are you? Thank you for the hearts. Hello, Dares, Teresa, Kim, Joe. How is everybody tonight? Go, Old Miss. There you go. I hate to say I'm a Virginia Cavalier, so don't hate me for the teams that I like. Hi from North Carolina. Hello, Tammy. Which part of North Carolina are you in, Tammy? I went to school down in Murfreesboro, North Carolina. Went to Shawan University down there. Roll Tide, Alabama, Georgia here. Ho ho ho! There you go, Joe. I'll give you that one today. Hello from Missouri, Kentucky here. My mom was born in a mining town near Beckley. Okay. Rhonda says she's a Hokie. I won't hold that against you, Rhonda. Hello, sir. St. Elmo's Fire. Thanks for the update. I'm from Virginia Tech. Hokies. There you go. Hey, guys. I wanted to jump on here with you real quick. A lot of people have been asking me the history of the Whitakers. Lynchburg, Virginia. Hello, the Shannon. 681. How are you? I'm just up the road from you in Roanoke. A lot of people have asked me about the history of Roanoke and some of Mark's stuff that he has put up. In the title of this video, I just wanted to pop on here tonight. Oh, okay, St. Emma's. My first husband went to Shawan. It's a good school. I really enjoyed it. In the title tonight, you will see a link. Copy and paste that link. Put it into your Google search. It will take you. Hi, Carolyn. Oh, Carolyn's in Roanoke. Good to see you. Uh, Beautiful night tonight here in Roanoke. If you go to that link, it will take you to the soft white underbelly page on YouTube. Or you can just type in the soft white underbelly. It will give you greetings from Virginia Beach. It will give you the history of the Whittaker family if you do not know the Whittaker family and their history. There are some brothers and sisters who have passed away. You will see some pictures out there that Mark has taken. Mark was a photographer that wanted to come in and take pictures of the Whitakers, and he really started. Shannon 681. Yes, I am close to you. Um, Ed Con, my uncle passed away. I am so sorry. Brain cancer. I am so sorry. I will pray for you guys tonight. Everybody pray for Ed Con Incorporated tonight. I'm sorry to hear that. Um, but Mark was the original one who found the Whitakers, and when he he got there, he started taking pictures. He got to the point where he's made comments that people had literally started asking him about things. I think a video was done off his phone, off of one of his smaller cameras, just so he could show people how this family was. And I think it was one of these things that he wanted to share the Whittaker family with the world after that. He wanted to kind of put them in somewhat of a spotlight, but I don't think the spotlight was the spotlight that he was expecting that would take place. And Mark still brings in money through the Whittaker's video. I'm hoping he steps up. Ada, I would love that. I would love to see for Mark. I'm not sure what Mark is doing right now with the family. I just know Pepper. He does beautiful photography, but I just know that that's where it's all. That's where it started. And if you ever want the history of the Whittaker family and you want to see some of the brothers and some of the sisters that are no longer with us, that is the place to start is with Mark. Mark is the guy that you got to look at. He was the one that originally, like I said, started it all. Guys, somebody just said, please be nice in the chats. Guys, I will tell you this. If you are not nice in these chats, I'll boost you. I'll just boot you right on out. I don't want you to be disrespectful to anybody. You can have an opinion. It's okay to have an opinion. I'm going to love you either way, but I don't want you to be rude and nasty to people. There are a lot of keyboard warriors out there that are only nasty to people on these sites. You need to go somewhere else. If you're here just to be nasty and you're here just to be one of those people that just, preys on other people, you need to go on somewhere. You have somebody just said it. God don't like ugly. Thank you, Teresa. Santa doesn't like ugly. Santa will put you on the naughty list really quick, and we'll boot you on out of here. Um, Guys, I'll tell you this. It is so funny. I try to be happy all the time. It's one of the things that I love to do. I love to be happy. Um, I try to make some of these little shorts. You'll see them. If you go into my page, you'll see the shorts that I do. We collab with people, we have fun with things like that. But boy, they irritate people sometimes. And it's so funny. People get very angry over those. And so if I put something up like that, please don't get angry. I'm just having some fun. We're just trying to be, lighthearted about things. I'm not doing it just to disrespect anybody. It's just all in fun. Trust me. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. Um, Love bug. If it ever comes to that, I sure will look into it. But guys, that's the thing. When Patrick does a live, when Ernie does a live, when whoever does a live on the Whitakers, Eric, there is so much hate. We just need to communicate with each other, and there's a way to do it without being nasty and hateful. The Whitakers are the main reason that we are on these pages and we're talking about it. Nobody likes hate. It just brings the whole process, to a stop. It really does. Jeff, not sure. I don't know which part of Georgia Eric is from. I know he did post a video today, and how high maintenance is the beard, sir? Not as much as you think. When I go to the barber, the only thing I have to say is I need the Santa cut, and it's as simple as that. Um, but he did post a video up today. Evidently, a while back, he had completed an interview with Charlie Kirk, and he wanted to share that. And guys, a lot of people need to remember that um, Eric's been on several different platforms. He is a huge advocate of fathers' rights. And so that is something that he posted today, especially that interview is very timely right now with the passing of Charlie Kirk. So he did put that out today. I did see Patrick post a video of, a picture video with a little music behind it of him and Timmy. And he basically made reference that he didn't know, um, he didn't realize how good of a friend he had made, and up until now, um, he didn't realize just how good of a friend he had made with Timmy. And I'm sure, guys, everybody's hurting. So, hey, Devin, how's everybody? Says Johnny Whittaker passed away is my grandbaby's grandfather. That is Betty's brother. Yes, Patrick just misses the money coming in. Guys, that's on Patrick. Uh, our goal here is to make sure everybody is formed and informed properly. Um, the Whitakers are the main thing you got to focus on right now. I want you, we talk about it all the time. Pray for the Whitakers. Pray for Betty. Pray for Timmy. Pray for Lorraine. Pray for Ray Ray. Pray for Kenny. Pray for Larry. Pray for BJ. Pray for them all. Um, but if you are looking for the story behind everything, the key thing is to go to Mark's site. And again, if you look in my title tonight, there is a link there. If you do not click the link, go to the site called Soft White Underbelly. It will, the videos are there where Mark explains, and you get to see the original family. And some of these family members have passed away now. So, um, says a lot of the reasons that he gets mean and nasty is because Patrick's live is just dancing around the question. I don't disagree sometimes with that. I just wish there were clear and concise answers to a lot of things. Guys, I think we need to be very transparent here on what's going on. It is. It's just like a dog chasing its tail. It's just going around in circles, going around in circles. I think we need to be very transparent, and I hope one day somebody will put their feet to the fire and make them show you everything that's out there, because it is really, it's getting to a point. I'm a little concerned. I really am. People would trust him more if they were just straightforward. Amen to that. Amen to that. Why? It's always like, if Patrick would just address things, if Eric would just address things, if Eric would give all the money to the Whitakers, they took back to the home, they'd be able to build a home. Guys, one of the things that I'm seeing too is I'd love a straight answer on the property. I'd love to see what's going on there. Again, we've seen videos to where they said Eric had gone to get permits to build a house on the property. Now they're saying that they don't own the property. We knew that the home they were living in is not on property they own. It's owned by another corporation. TLC Carol, put God first in all that we do. Yes. Guys, that's the way you do it. If you can, and I always tell people at night, you know, get on your knees and pray. Thank God for the things you get. In the morning when you wake up, first thing you do is talk to the big man upstairs. You thank him for the gifts he's given you. He's given you another day up on this earth. Prayers for the Whittaker family. Yes, all things possible through God. Is there Mrs. Claus? Maybe? No, there is not a Mrs. Claus. Santa right now is currently single. Thank you so much for asking that. um, it's amazing that Betty trusts anybody. Guys, I think once this family sees that somebody's there trying to help them, I think the trust factor gets to a point of sitting there going, they're here to help me. And we talked about it a little bit last night. Betty kind of concerned me because Patrick was playing around with her and telling her to give him a kiss and things like that. Guys, you got to remember, Betty probably hasn't had anybody around her that's, put her into the role of being a woman. That, women have needs, men have needs. And I'm sure that Betty's never been around anybody that has made her feel wanted. And when he was doing that, it was a little sad. It was a little disappointing for the simple fact of don't play with this woman's emotions. Don't do that. That's not right. This woman is looking for love, and I know they made, you know, she even made reference to the fact that she wanted to meet a man. So that, Betty's been there since she was 14-year old, taking care of these kids, and they've grown up to be adults. And guess what? When they grew up to be adults, she grew up to be an adult. And you know, that's the thing that I think is really heartbreaking when you look at Betty. I think Betty just wants somebody to love her. Why can't the corporation donate the land to the Whitakers? That's a good question. I don't know the company. I you know I don't know the process of everything behind it. I think they've been good enough to at least allow the house to stay there. Um, that may be an avenue somebody needs to go down and say, hey, the uh, you've allowed it to sit here for this many years. You've allowed it to, become part of the Whittaker family. Why not just donate that land there, tear that house down, fix a septic system somewhere around that area, and build that house right there? I know that one of the things um, that a major concern was it's in a flood zone. So they may not want to build there for that simple fact. Um, they may want to go elsewhere. Also, Betty had made reference to if you've ever seen the video of BJ coming by the house in the Jeep, Frank said squatters' rights. Very possible. Um, but if you've ever seen the video of BJ coming by in the Jeep at like 100 miles an hour past the house, it's right on the road, folks. You know, it is right on the road. So that's the thing that I think Betty had talked to Eric about maybe um, moving things back to where there was a little buffer between them and the road to where you knew if somebody was back there. Right now, from what I'm seeing and from what everybody else is seeing, um, the house sits right on the road there. Scared Timmy to death. Yes, Timmy was out on the porch, I believe, and the car shot by the way it did. I think they were yelling out of the car. Guys, stop telling lies. If there's anybody in here telling lies, we're going to boot you. Guys, I only share the information with you that I have seen in these videos and what the videos have stated. We're not gonna start lies. Lies only lead to problems. I give Ernie some props on that. Ernie said the other day he got on there, and next thing you know, he said 15 different lies had come out, and he had never said any of it. When you watch those videos, guys, if you twist one thing, if you twist two things, you make that story a completely different story. And it doesn't need to be that way. It just needs us to be very upfront, very honest with each other, and just keep it, no misinformation. Thank you, Peppermint. No misinformation. Keep everything on the up and up. That's what this family needs right now. Eric said it in his own life that he had the money and the lives. Yes, evidently Eric has. He wanted to put some money into a trust for them. Supposedly he still has the money. I don't know. I'm sure he is still making money off of the platforms for them. Guys, I don't know how much is being made on the platforms. Evidently, there are, what, 4 or 5 platforms, all the way from YouTube, Facebook. I'm not sure. Um, Guys, you got to remember, even though he's not posting, if people are still going to his page clicking on these links, guess who's making money? He's getting money on this. Um, how much money can be accounted for? Not sure right now. I know that they had made reference to the fact of $5,000 to open the trust, and that was something that they said that they had the money there to start the trust. Is Eric done? Not sure. Um, we're really not sure there. From the way that you hear Patrick speaking, I think there is a avenue on Patrick's side where he would like to bring Eric back into the mix of things. Um, do we know where Timmy's at? Right now, from what we understand and what we have heard in the videos, Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray Ray, from what I understand, are all three together. Now, I don't know where they're at. I don't know if they're in a home facility. I don't know if they're in a hospital facility. I do not know. Mm, how much money do you want? I don't know. I don't want any money. Thank you. For the family, guys, I don't know what a number is for the family. That's the thing. I don't know what's going to be. Um, Lovebuck said they won't be put back into society. That scares me too. That scares me too. A lot of people know this family now, you know. But as for the money side of it, I don't know if you just go and get land, if you build a house, if you. This is going to be, in my opinion, and take it for what it's worth, and you know this. Um, in my opinion, this will always be a constant flow of money being needed for that family for the simple fact of if you get them all back together, you will need caregivers. You will need 24 hours a day caregivers. You will need things paid for. You will need to make sure they're fed. You need to make sure the heat's on. You need to make sure the water's working. You need to make sure that everything is taken care of. Guys, this is an expensive venture. And I will tell you this, somebody sat there the other night and said that there was a GoFundMe page. Guys, from what I'm understanding, there is no page set up right now for you to donate to. So if you see a page, please do not donate to it. Do not look at me. Look at my eyes. Do not donate to that page. Evidently that page is a scam. There will be a lot of scams out there. You need to do your research on who is over top of that page. If you sit there, and I know that everybody has a good heart and I know everybody wants to be good to this family, guys, please do not send money to somebody and you have no idea who it is. Okay? If somebody reaches out to you and says, hey, will you give money to the Whittakers? Research it. Please, I'm asking you to research it. There are scammers every single day out there, and they will prey upon every single person who loves the Whittakers. JJJ, no scams are out there. I hope there's no scams out there. That's why I said if you run across something that doesn't look right and it concerns the Whittakers, guys, please be careful. I'm telling you, and I'm telling you this no matter what. If somebody calls you today and it's that old scam of It's a family member. They're in jail. They need you to help them and things like that. And a lot of people, first thing they want to do is send money to somebody. Um, there's always scams out there. No, there may not be anything right now where the Whitakers are concerned, out there right now. I'm just saying, somebody made reference to something yesterday that they had seen a GoFundMe somewhere. And please, yeah, a lot of scammers out there. Please be careful. Um, let's see. Yes, at least they are getting the health care and the things they need last night. We spoke about it a little bit last night, especially with Lorraine and her headaches and her pointing to her head. I am hoping that the doctors or whoever can get that resolved. I would love to see that resolved. I think there's an issue there. Um, Christine, does this channel make money? If you've got more than 4,000 watch hours on your YouTube channels, if you've got over 1,000 subscribers, if you are in good standing with YouTube, all channels make money. Nobody, nobody should hide that fact from you. When I come on and speak to you, am I making money? Everybody makes money. I'm making money. It's just a matter of you got to be honest with people. You've got to be honest with people. And uh, guys, this is a ton of money. Trust me, I'm not making anything near what those guys are making where the Whitakers are concerned. That is a ton of money. I'm sure it's out there. If you are on YouTube and you do your channel the way that it should be properly done, guys, there's an avenue for money. Plain and simple. There are a lot of people on YouTube that use these as a secondary form of income. Some use it as a primary form of income. My primary form of income, guys, I have a job. I'm on the radio. I have been in radio and television for over 40 years here in the state of Virginia. That is my job. I do a sports radio show 5 days a week. I do high school football. I do high school football Friday nights. Saturday morning, we do a show here in the Valley on high school football. And we have just now gotten to the point where we, we've got a college here in town. It's called Roanoke College. And for the last 40 some years, they have not had college football. So we have now worked and got college football back into the Valley. So we work with them as well. So I basically do radio and television about 6 days a week here in the Valley. Is it something you love or would not still be doing it? Guys, here's the thing. I love what I do. And one of the things, and that's why I talk about the shorts with you. One of the things I love to do is I love to entertain and I love to make people happy and I love to share with people. And so I get on these YouTube channels and um, the intention, and everybody asked me why Layla's Toys. The intention was the grandbaby was to have this channel and she was to do everything she wanted to with this channel. What happened was when she got old enough, she didn't want Layla's Toys. So Santa got Layla's Toys and we didn't want to do away with it. She now has her own channel. The other kids in the family, they have their own channel. Trust me, guys, I'm heading up to 50,000 subscribers right now, which only 1%, it's like 1.8% of YouTubers have 50,000 subscribers. Most YouTubers don't ever get to 50,000 subscribers. So as Santa and having 50, nearly 50,000 subscribers, the kids think that's awesome. They're just that it fascinates them. So that's why if you look into some of my videos and you see some of the things and you're like, who are these little guys? Those are nieces and nephews and grandbabies and things like that. And we just have fun with the channels. Uh, Russell. Russell, I'd love to. If we could find a way to properly give the money to the Whitakers, I'd take the money I make off these videos and straightforward with you. Look into my eyes, straightforward with you. I'd give it to them. It's got to be somewhere, though, that we can trust the people that's taking the money. It's just plain and simple. It's got to be done right. Same way with Mark. I think Mark was in that point of wanting to give the money to the Whitakers, and it just got to the point that I think the Whitakers and the families, and when they're hit with so much money and they don't know how to control the money, that's a little scary. That really is. That's a little scary. Let me go through some of the questions here. Let's see here. Betty should be able to get assisted living if she's on Medicaid. Social Security will not pay for assisted living. Guys, I don't know the current. I don't know what the family's getting, and we've made reference to that for the simple fact of I don't know how much documentation is out there on this family and what they're doing and things like that. I know there a lot of them talked about there's no social security cards and you know more. Thank you. You're a good man. Thank you. Um, BJ was hitting Lorraine in the head, and that's why she's always complaining. A lot of people believe that. I think that was Lorraine's way of trying to show people what was going on, and I think she something has happened, and I don't know if she had had a fall, if BJ had hit her in the head or what, but a lot of people believe that something happened, and she was trying to tell Eric that her head was hurting, the headaches were there. Um, they're all up there in age, all the attention and stress. Guys, let me tell you, they all have heart problems. They all, they're dealing with quite a bit of things right now, and it is true. The genetics and the things like that you look at. Um, Evidently, all of their hearts are in really bad shape, and it's something that's it happens because of the inbreeding is so bad there. It's very evidently very stressful on the human body. Um, I know a lot of them have passed away with heart conditions. So, did they not pay property taxes on the land? That's a good question. I looked up the land the other day. It looks to be in good shape. It looks to be intact. It's got a Whittaker name on it. It's 17.6 acres of land. It is in a flood zone, so that's what you're looking at there. And so that is what's going on there. I'm scrolling, guys. I'm scrolling. I apologize. Let's see. Guys, there's no reason to dance around the questions. That is what's wrong right now with everything going on. Too many people's dancing around questions. If you ask me a question, we'll try our best to answer it if I have an answer for you. If I don't have an answer for you, I'll just be honest with you and tell you I don't have you an answer. I hope they're getting a clean bed, 3 meals a day, and health care. I think so right now. I really do. I think that's exactly what they're getting right now, and they're being well taken care of. I'm praying they're getting well. They're being well taken care of. Guys, I'm going to hop off here real quick. Supposedly, there will be a live tonight. Ernie made reference to the fact that there will be a live tonight. They want to share a few things. I think right now, and we spoke about it last night, I think the attorneys has kind of told them to slow their roll on these lives and things like that. Um, I think that's a very smart move. And if they don't do a live tonight, you won't hear back from me tonight. If they do a live tonight, I'll try to get back on here and talk to you about what they're doing and let you know what's going on. I know that Ernie, I think one of his main things tonight was to show you the guitar that somebody had donated for Timmy. They were supposed to give it to him, and because of everything that's happened, they can right now they can't give it to Timmy. So I think they were trying to get that situated to somewhere down the road, maybe present Timmy a guitar and give him a gift. But guys, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna hop off here. Like I always tell you, go out and do something good for somebody tonight. Pick the phone up, call somebody. You would not believe just getting a phone call from a person that you haven't spoken to in a while. Check on those people. Um, Call your mom, call your dad. If your mom and dad are still with you, give them a call. Tell them you love them. Um, Call your brothers, call your sisters. Be good to people. Pray for the Whittaker family. Pray for the Kirk family. Guys, if I do not talk to you anymore tonight, have a great night. God bless you. I love each and every one of you, and I will see you next time. Have a good night. Bye now.